Hello, chat. How are you all doing the day? Are you guys doing all right? You guys doing well? Close that. That's the wrong button. Okay, here we go. Let's check out this Avatar trailer. Overwatch Avatar. Okay. So we got Kiriko Suki, Genji Zuko, Toph, Venture, Aang Zen, Appa, Orisa, and we do get a Katara skin. It's Katara Mei. Okay, gotcha. So it just tagged the game mode? Like we're deadass is to be playing tag? Wait, why did they give him a crazy eye? What? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, May right here is in like this weird uncanny valley. I don't know. There's something about the Katara May where she's in this weird uncanny valley. December 17th. I don't know, man. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't give a fuck about this. I really don't. Like I'm just being honest with you. Like, I don't care about this collab. I mean, I'm sure people do care about this collab, but I don't. I just don't care. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't care about this collab. I mean, somebody might. Somebody might care. Alright, give me 1 second, chat. What, the Duelist Cup is now underway? Well, fuck, are we doing the Duelist Cup today? Is that what we're doing? Are we doing the Duelist Cup today? Holy shit. I want it. but on principle, like, I can't buy it. Oh, this is Rika? You. You. Okay, Duelist Cup is live. Understood. Well, chat, are you ready? Are you ready for the Duelist Cup? Are you guys ready to play Yu-Gi-Oh? But this time a different kind of Yu-Gi-Oh? All right, chat. Corporate needs you to tell the difference between these two pictures. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, chat. Like, I very well may just like build a floodgate deck, just fill a deck with fucking floodgates. We're going second. Okay. I mean, okay, cool. What's up, Momiji? How you doing? I'll take it. I'll take an easy dub. You DC during Rivals yesterday? It was, I mean, I don't care. I mean, it wasn't ranked, I don't give a shit. Dude, what is with the Duelist Cup? I mean, I've had just as much, you know, trouble with my internet before, so it's no big deal. Okay, make Baron de Fleur. Let's activate these two guys. Alright, boom. Set another card. Yep. Boom. I can add a spell from my deck to my hand. Let's activate you. We'll send this back. And then this gets us our counter trap. Yeah. Now let's do this. Yeah. Let's set you. Let's do this. Summon this forward, activate Primera into this. Yeah. Activate Wake Up Centurion. Level 8. Meanwhile, you will wake up Centurion. Yep. Dude, are there just like a bunch of like DC bots or whatever, or? Because like 2 duels in a row, people have just immediately quit out. Probably? You don't know anything, Luigi. You don't know. Don't say probably, you don't know. You're right, you don't know, but you can infer. Okay. Bro, nobody wants to be here. Holy shit. Nobody wants to be here. What the fuck? TK Farmers come out at this time of year, Leo? I mean, I guess. Man, shit, I was watching this one anime last night, and it was a Acro Trip. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Chad. The anime knew what it was, and it knew exactly how long to stay without outstaying its welcome. As far as I can tell, it ended at episode 10, and I'm like, you know what? That's exactly how long you needed to be here. I'm like, that's exactly how long you needed to be here. Okay. This is not a tuner. Okay. No. What's up, C-Star? How you doing? How are you and you the music? Yeah, Duelist Cup always goes crazy with the music. Duelist Cup always goes kind of hard with the music, though. Is this an event going on? I mean, I use the word event very lightly. It's the Duelist Cup. Pretty good. Managed to annoy yourself with Skyward Sword, but good nonetheless. I see. What the fuck? You're only saying that because, you're only saying that because people play the most abhorrent shit in Duelist Cup? You never forget you getting FTK'd by Runic? Yeah. What the fuck is going on? When the forest is white? True. Duelist Cup, Duelist Cup. If it talks and walks like a duck, it's a duck. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good today, Sus. How you doing? You alright? Nice. Also, sometimes for Duelist Cup or events, you get people who surrender or do nothing. Just let people get easy wins. I mean, I guess. I mean, I just don't see the point. I just don't see the point. I mean, unless it's like a bot and they're just like physically not there. Like, what's the point of like joining a game just to immediately surrender? Sparking 0 in Marvel Rivals. They've been choking you. I see. With satisfaction, oh, I see. Rumble? Can I what can I rumble out? Oh, cool. Alright, I got 2 negates. And one of them's an Omni. Chaos Angel? I thought about Chaos Angel, but then like an Imperm just kills it. I think I'd rather have the other negate than like the immunity from Chaos Angel. Negate that? I mean, yeah. It's a full combo card. Yo, Melodious? Yeah. That was Melodious. Hey, Melia, thank you so much for the raid. Holy shit, thank you. I assume you're also playing the Duelist Cup? That clown's cute as fuck. You retire from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's bad for your health. Oh, I see. I see. I'm sorry. Hold up. Hold up. There we. There you go. This is for your own good. This is for your own good. Your mental health and all that. Okay. I mean, this is a pretty good going second hand. Alright, Natsu. Are you gonna eat some fire? Are you gonna immediately scoop? Oh! Mother Truckers playing Punk. My people. This is my people. This is my people. Holy shit. Okay. I guess he's spitting fire? Yeah. True to that. Here's the funny part. The second he activates this... Well, no, I think this will only count as one summon, because he does that at the same time, so this will be 4. No, it does count as 5. But yeah, I hope your stream went well. Oh, you really want that field spell, huh? You must really want that field spell. This doesn't do much, but like... Kurikata? Yo, Loki, he could have Kurikata my ass. Could he not? Clown Piece is peak. What is Clown Piece? I feel like that's what people call One Piece when nobody's looking. I mean, I respect the Kurikata play. Honestly, like, could he not have? I don't know. It's Gold Pride Punk. Okay. The clowns from Toho? I know. I just don't say the T word. We don't say the T word around here, chat. Dude, I zoned out for a second, and like now he has 3 Royal Rare cards. Well, did he activate this? He's locked in the Gold Prides now. So made a dress from the American flag to flex on some Lunarians. I see. I mean, I'll give this guy all the credit in the world. I'll give this guy all the credit in the world. He managed to make a pretty decent board up noob. Oh. Let me think. Wait, he clogged up his zones. Okay, let's get a negate on board. I probably should have negated that in hindsight. Because I needed that pop. Oh, thank God. Okay. Let's do this. Let's pop these two cards. Let's activate this. And you're gonna fusion off? Yep. Three? Okay. Wait, how many fucking goats does he play? Oh, I should have grabbed a different one. Never mind. I mean, it doesn't matter. Because I drew into this. It doesn't matter, we're fine. Now I can add this to my hand. Then I can set this. You go meow indeed. So true, bestie, so true. So true, bestie, so true. What? They were in the spell trap zone. What? Why did that not work? I'm not gonna question it. It's fine. Cosmic? What are you going to Cosmic? That's fine, you're dumb. That's fine, you're dumb. That's A-okay by me, you're dumb. That's A-okay by me, you're dumb. Standby phase. Main phase 1. So let's look at your graveyard. You have one Foxy banished. We got all these. You got 1, How does he keep recycling when no one's on the field? Never mind. I was like, how does he keep recycling this? But he didn't. Why are you grabbing that again? Also, what are you playing multiple of these? What the fuck? Why do you play multiple of these? Are you crazy? Are you high? Wait, why are you giving this an attack boost? Okay, Ghost Ogre, that's fine. Draw a card, yeah. Do Yu-Gi-Oh players not know how to end duels? You got a Cyber Dragon player who just kept doing stuff? Does this have to be on the field? Okay, so you're force flipped, you're force flipped. That's a level 9. That's a level 3. You can't do anything with those two numbers. 3 and 9 makes 12. Do you have a Centurion splash in here? Crimson Dragon? Dude, that was almost a misplay from hell. Holy shit. I wasn't paying attention to which effect he was activating. Centurion? Witch? Bro, I want to look at this guy's deck so bad. I want to look at this guy's deck so damn bad. Like, holy shit, what is he playing? This shit's fucking wild. I mean, this makes it level 11. But like, even if he summons Pepsi here, it doesn't... You can't activate its effect. Because this card has priority. Banish 3? Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, Protos. You're gonna call it dark. Dude, this guy's got the most crazy fucking Frankenstein deck I've ever seen. Are you gonna make a second Pepsi? You fucking mad lad? No. It doesn't make any difference. I mean, I don't think I misplayed anywhere particularly. Because if I'm being completely honest with you, like, how is I supposed to predict this deck? Like, sure, I gave a bunch of cards under Max C, but like, I don't know. Like, I could definitely see the argument of like, oh, you just should have like gave up the second he Max C'd forehead, but like at the same time, I don't know. Like, that deck was fucking wild. Let's add this to my hand. Let's activate this. Shit, I gotta be real with you. Like, I just now started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, and I'm already tired of Yu-Gi-Oh! I just started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, not even an hour ago, and I'm already tired of Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, now my synchros are unaffected by stuff. Let's do this. And I'll make SP Little Knight with these two cards. And I have to send Wake Up, sadly. Yeah, sadly at this end, wake up. Then do this, gargoyle, activate gargoyle. Do not change the level of this monster. For the love of God. For the love of God, don't change the level of this monster. Let's activate you, activate this, add this back to my hand. Grab Phalanx. Set Phalanx, and then end turn. What do I want to do here? I mean, the answer is toggle on, and then immediately make a cosmic. That's just the answer. The answer is just immediately toggle on and then summon out a cosmic. Snake Eyes? Okay. That's fine. You want a Snake Eyes? Snake Eyes. I mean, if you want to waste Called By on white, then that's fine by me. I mean, that's just like a bonus. I did not need that card. Oh shit, I totally missed your question, Sea Stars. Question, do you run any links in this deck? Pretty much just SP. Pretty much just SP. Just because SP is like the queen of links. Popular, okay. Yeah, add Rumble to my hand. Yeah, you still have a normal summon, so I need to be careful of that. Sinful Spoils. What do you grab with Sinful Spoils? Link Rebo? Yeah, that's fine. Oak. Okay. Here's the thing, he still has a normal summon. Do I want to give up my negate here? I'm popping it. I mean, if he... I don't know. I don't know what the correct decision was here, but... Crystal Bees? So he's actually playing Crystal Bees. Interesting. SP Little Knight. Yo, Crystal Beast is kind of sick, not gonna lie. I mean, it's definitely something. I mean, sending Phalanx isn't the best thing in the world, but like... Dark Crystal Beasts are a stronger thing, though. I mean, true, but like... It doesn't really matter. Also, Albaz is BS. Homie, I've been saying that for years. You somehow managed to get 2 Rainbow Royal Dark Dragons? That's crazy. That's fine by me. Ruby Carbuncle. Wait, is this the Kaiju thing? It is. I mean, I'm unaffected by stuff. Alright, main phase 2. Let's activate this. Yeah. Grab the trap. Yep. Hey, Fooder. Meowdy partner. Alright, activate this. Target to level 12. Also, Mech Knight in this event. People are sweating. I mean, I wouldn't call Mech Knight sweaty. I'd say there's way worse than Mech Knight. Katzen, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. A wild Tintin appeared? That's crazy. How does he get over 2 Omni Negates? How many of these fuckers does he have? Is this his 3rd one? I've never seen Crystal Beast Snake Eyes, though. I've never seen this deck before in my life. Baguska? I'm gonna use this one, negate the summon of Baguska. I mean, here's the thing, chat. Like, wait, no, it still would've worked. Never mind. It still would've worked. Never mind. You're streaming Infinity Nikki? I'm not gonna lie with you, Katzen. Like, I kind of want to play that game. I think I may play that game. I'm not sure when I would play it. Maybe sometime next week. Where Meg at? Meg may be in class. Meg may be schooling. Meg may be being held captive by Crowler. Yo, first time chat, Mecca Jamaica. Just what we needed. You honestly want to try Crispy Snake Eyes? It seems fun. I mean, I can see in my head the slight overlap between the two. You know what I mean? You play a lot of cozy games today? Nah, but low-key though, Infinity Mickey, it looks really fun. I'm not gonna lie, like... Play it, Leo, it's GG. Yeah. What's up, Zan? Like, I know Infinite Mickey is like a mobile game or whatever, but it looked kind of fun. Why do I feel like this guy is gonna be just floodgates from hell? Yeah. It's cute, yeah. I don't know, it just seems like a vibe. It's also on PC and console too. Are you also sponsored? No, you just enjoyed it. Yes, hashtag sponsored. Did you know that you can get a hashtag new outfit and hashtag infinite Nikki by putting in my hashtag sponsored hashtag code? I actually do have an infinite Nikki code if you want to catch some. I mean, it's like, I mean, it's not my code, just a code. It gives you like, I think, some currency and I think an outfit. Let's activate this. Putting cats in 15 to get a free fox outfit? Damn right. I think that people would love that. A man of the people. That'd be cool. You want fox ears? I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool. Soul Servant? Magician Mahad? Okay. You're adding that to your hand. Cool. Continue attack? Yes. You're at 3,500 life points. Cool. Now I'm gonna do this so that I can protect my back row. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I found one of the funniest and weirdest mangas last night. It's about a dude who gets isekai to like a world with like monster girls or whatever. Dude, why are you wasting that? Is this a 40 card deck? My deck is 41. His, I think, is 40. My 41st card is Menandian Reframing. You're back, what happened? Not much. He wasted his called by on, honestly, a nothing burger play. I'm so stupid. Wait, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I thought I filled the zone because in my head I had already filled it with I thought I'd filled this zone and blocked me from being able to summon it back, but in my head I was like a couple steps ahead and I had already placed it in my head and I was like, wait a minute. I'm gonna phalanx your Mahad. Yep, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, buddy. That's what I thought. Oh, I leveled up. Where do you stop getting gem rewards? 19? Okay. I'm gonna be here a minute. Hold on, let me look up that code real quick. You may have already entered it. What do I do with this hand? You haven't had ramen in like 2 years? Oh yeah, it's spicy ramen? Nice. I do not have a normal summon. Okay. You cook the noodles in beef brother instead of water on the stove. That sounds good. Beef broth? Yeah. I figured you meant beef broth. Beef brother. See, here's it where like I trick this guy into wasting an imperm because I already have the field spell in my hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him. This is that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I'll activate it, but it's gonna get negated anyway. So he's used Maxi Imperm. I know nothing. I know nothing about what he's playing. Call by the Grave, that's fine. If you want to call by that, then that's a-okay by me. Chicken less than beef. True. Voiceless voice. I see. Oh my god, you bitch! Anyway. Wait, never mind, he's stupid. I'm also kind of dumb because I forgot he did that. I'm also kind of dumb, chat, because I forgot he did that. He legitimately just call bited. This is a me issue, chat. You both got one brain cell? My brain cell is bigger than his brain cell, though, I would argue. I'd argue my brain cell is slightly bigger than his brain cell. Ramen's always been one of your comfort foods. I feel like there's not really a place near me. Like I feel like if you throw a stone, you can probably find an okay to decent ramen shop. But I feel like nowhere really sells udon. Book of Moonshine? Yeah, if I can get it off. You gotta make udon yourself? True. You gotta make the udon yourself. It's like Thanos is like, fine, I'll do it myself. He probably negates this, right? Wait, should have done it earlier. Yeah, I didn't expect him to get this out so fast. I mean, I just didn't think he had it in his hand. I just really didn't think he had it in his hand. So like, should I have gotten it out earlier? Yes, of course. No duh. But like, I just didn't think he had it. I don't know why. Do I play Iris Sword Soul in this deck? Fuck no. We have no Japanese ramen shots, but next to our Korean place, we have, it sells Korean barbecue. It makes a ramen with special Korean barbecue beef. Dude, we don't have any Korean places where I'm at. I mean, maybe we do and I just don't know about them. But like, we have like a few ramen shops, and when I say a few, I mean like one or two, and that two maybe one now, since like the food industry is kind of fucked. What's in my grave? When's the last time I had ramen? Like actual ramen? Probably about a year ago. But like, if you're talking about just like cup ramen or some shit like that, then probably like a month or two ago. So yeah, we got a shit ton of Chinese places. We got maybe like one or two ramen shops, but we got like, we just don't have Koreans where I'm at. Like, I just don't think we have Koreans. And if we do have Koreans, they don't open restaurants. What the fuck? Okay, so I think he's got one negate. Okay. But yeah, a while back, my roommate bought. Dude, there's no winning this duel. I mean, I'll play it out, but there's no winning this duel. Yeah, I should have activated it like the second he summoned the little fucker, but I don't know. But my roommate bought a shit ton of ramen a while back because they saw some sort of, it was like, and it's not like the cup ramen, it's like debatably the shittiest one, the one that comes with the little plastic squares, the little plastic square packaging or whatever. And they made like a ramen casserole or some shit like that. Like I forget what it was that they made. It was fucking awful. And then they were like, and the sad part is they were really excited to make it because the person on like Facebook Live or whatever was like, oh, this is like This is my original dish, whatever. And it just didn't taste good. The orange brand one, it was orange or yellow. I mean, I don't know the brand, but the package was like orange or yellow. I forget what it was. It might not have been a casserole. It might have been like ramen lasagna or some bullshit like that. I fucking forget. But it was fucking something, man. Because like I've told this story before, but I grew up like very poor. Okay? So like in my household, like I just like kind of grew up to like appreciate food and like not throw it away. And like any time in the past that I've had to throw food away, it makes me feel very morally bad. I don't know. I've got like a weird chip on my shoulder about wasting food. I feel like a shitty person anytime I waste food. So I tried to, like, if I order something at a restaurant or anything like that, even if I hate it, I try to finish it. You know what I mean? But there was just something about this goddamn food, man. Like this like ramen dish that they made, like I couldn't finish it. And I think it just ended up getting thrown away. And I felt bad because like again, I don't like to waste food. Because there's been times in my life where I just didn't fucking have food. But like, holy shit, dude, it was fucking bad. I'm gonna let this guy combo for a minute. I'll be right back. If they're here, I'm gonna ask them what the fuck that was, because it tasted really bad. They're not here. They're not here. They try to be creative, that's for sure, though. Yeah. Honestly, I think what it was is like, it was like cream of chicken flavored, because like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I think the chicken flavored ramen tastes fine. Like the cream of chicken or creamy chicken, whatever it's called, I think that one just has a weird fucking texture. It makes the noodles like this weird soggy texture, and it just, I don't like it. And I think that's what the problem was. They didn't just use the noodles. Beef ramen all the way. I mean, yeah, if you could have anything, I feel like you would rather have... You'd rather have beef. But chicken tastes fine. Chicken's what I grew up on. Hey, huge rock boy. Yep, huge rock boy. Wait, what? What? Why is this negated? Oh, negate monster effects activated during the battle phase? Shit, you're right. I mean, today I learned that this has an effect. Today I learned that card had an effect. Wouldn't you know it? You like beef and chicken and pork, but you don't like shrimp much. I like beef and chicken. I don't eat pork really. And then shrimp, I think it's an acquired taste. You have to be in the mood for it. It's for them tempais, true. Lucky shit, you're so right. It is for tempais. That's crazy. Oh, I'm going second. Oh my god, nothing good ever happens for someone who opens with fucking chicken game, man. Something Japan ID. Something Nihon ID. Shrimp isn't as bad as cream of chicken. Is it cream of chicken or creamy chicken? I don't remember which. Oof, chicken game? Yeah. I mean, okay, best case scenario? Okay, never mind. I was about to say best case scenario, they're like a, what's it called? A Sky Striker player, best case scenario, but it's Star Magician, so. As long as he doesn't fucking Secret Village my ass, like a degenerate, I feel like I'm fine. As long as he doesn't Secret Village my ass like a goddamn degenerate, I feel like we're fine. Okay, I don't know what this one is, but this one is the tablet or whatever it's called. Imperm could kill me here. Ash Blossom works too. I mean, they both get off like pretty much the same effect. You think you broke the Dark Magician user? What did you do? You love the art of chicken game because most people forget it's not only a sequel to Whole Potion, but it's also a tank being really scared. Oh yeah, true. Chicken game is definitely an acquired taste. I'm gonna send this just because like I have another card. Poor Oni Tank 34. He's never passing that chasm? Yeah. Never ever. He's never passing that chasm. That's for damn sure. I was at 100 subs. Thank you. I'm doing good, Julie. Don't you love when no one wants to play tank or support? And your solo support tankers and your solo support and rivals. I don't know what this card is. I don't. Soul Servant? That's fine. battle phase. I'm doing pretty good. I decided to do a Yu-Gi-Oh stream, not realizing it was the Duelist Cup, and so now I guess we're just here. Slow sport always sucks. Yeah. I feel like depending on the comp you play in Rivals, you can manage it. But yeah, I think solo tanking isn't that bad in Rivals. But I think solo supporting in Rivals is pretty bad. I'm gonna negate this. This could be a mistake. Because, like, he could have, like, say, like, circle in his hand. Eternal Soul. What do you have Dark Magician? Even if he does, unless he has Circle. You're sending called by to summon Apprentice Illusion Magician. Add a Magician for your deck to your hand. But here's my question. What does adding Magician to your hand do? Because if he crashes these two cards... he's gonna send that, draw that. Nightmare Phoenix won't do anything. Tamias? What the fuck are you doing? Tamias, Tribute Illusion, make Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Okay, like, but what the fuck does this do for you? What does this do for you? Like, all I gotta do is get over 3,000 attack. Dude, I don't know what the fuck Brother is about, man. Did I see the Dragon Rules got new support? I saw the Dragon Maids got new support, but I haven't seen anything about Dragon Rulers. Okay. This connection failed? Totally. It totally failed. $23 out of 100, 84 out of 200, 9 out of 20. I don't really read the other one. What's in this pack? That's okay. That's eh. That's okay. That's eh. I mean... Oh, I have like all these cards. I have all of these cards, holy shit. Never mind. Heyo, what's up, Jira? How you doing? Bazaka Sol. How you doing, Jira? Yo, last warrior from another planet. Dude, if only I could have had this during the fusion event. It's free packs you get from the event. Nothing too surprising. Yeah. I mean, usually they'll have like a low-key like sleeper good card. Did you see the vid about a guy getting a divorce over Yu-Gi-Oh? No. What, they like spend all of his family's money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards or some shit like that? Yo, she's bad. She's bad, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break the news to you, but she's bad. The vids in general, but basically, the wife didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Made him quit YouTube and told him to do better with his life. That's either a good thing or like a bad thing. I'm not sure which. Holy shit. I mean, there's nothing you can do against that. Let's be real, chat. Gotcha, the Tenpai Cup. I mean, knock on wood, I haven't ran into a Tenpai player. You screwed up, oh well. Anyway, guy had 5 separate full boards. Couldn't do anything because of the Link 2 Mech Knight on board. Damn, dude. She may have hated that much. I mean, my guess is this is just my armchair psychologist. My guess is this: either A, she didn't know that he liked it, B, she didn't think that he was that into it, or C, he got into it after they had gotten together and or married. Chimeras. I'm curious though, like what the hell is this? Discord, why do you always have 16 things to install whenever I'm like trying to open you? Oh, it's a Charlie video. Are these illusions? They are. I mean, my viewpoint is this, like, obviously I don't know this guy's exact situation, But if the person that I'm like married to, presumably for the rest of my life, just straight up gives me like an ultimatum of stop doing this thing you enjoy, otherwise we can't be married, or like if say it's your friend, like, or like stop doing what you enjoy, or stop talking about things you like, otherwise we can't be friends, and like it's probably just not worth being friends and or married or slash in a relationship with that person, if I'm being real with you. It's probably just not fucking worth it. Like say you like football, anime, books, I don't know. If someone says, you can't do this thing that you like, or else this, like, ultimatum type deal, I don't know. I feel like putting people into ultimatums. I think that, like, bro, her animation goes kind of hard. I don't know. I feel like just nobody wins. Just doesn't help anybody. I had the ability to stop his maxi. This is why I need to like kind of like zone in a little bit instead of zoning out during. Yeah. Okay. You started to realize how OP Ancient Organism is, by the way? The trap card, you should run it. Fuck this event, same. I mean, knock on wood, I've not run into a single Tenpai player. But no, my viewpoint is this. I feel like everything is about compromise. I think everything is about compromise. You're fighting one right now? Damn. Alright, fuck Konami, fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! For making gem farming so hard for nothing. Damn. Duelist Cup is a human rights violation? True. You're not anybody, you feel the pain? Yeah. The only event that you would consider joining in is tag duels, but it'll probably never be a thing. I'm gonna activate this. I'm just gonna give it to him. I don't have anything in my hand. But yeah, like, I feel like life is about compromises. I mean, there's certain things that you shouldn't compromise on. But I think that life, generally speaking, is about compromises. Like, be that with friendships, relationships, whatever. Like, I think divorcing someone over Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a little ridiculous. If anything, you should be like, it shouldn't be like, stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It should be like, hey, can you like, maybe focus less on Yu-Gi-Oh! And more on like me, your wife? Or like, maybe, you know, like, only, you know, you play like 2 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh! A day, and then like the rest of it's dedicated to like family shit. I don't know. I just feel like nothing good comes from just like barging the fuck in there and being like, okay, snaps fingers, okay, chop, throw away all your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, otherwise I'm divorcing you. It's like, okay, because I feel like when you give into shit like that, it kind of just opens up the door for people to like kind of walk over you. Like say someone was like, oh, you're not allowed to play Yu-Gi-Oh, or like, oh, you're not allowed to stream, or like, oh, you're not allowed to fucking watch anime, whatever, or we can't be friends or whatever. I would just be like, then I guess we're not friends. Because like, I don't know. You said about 7k gems and you got no URs in 4 of the 7 packs. F your luck. First time, Reef. You summon limited Senpai players? Damn right you did. Dude, Windows 11 fucking sucks. Chat, A, and if you have Windows 11, and B, if you do, is there a way to turn off the goddamn, like, windowed mode? Is there a way to turn off the goddamn windowed mode? Where, like, how do I explain it? You still got Windows 10. The only reason I upgraded to Windows 11 is because I thought it would help me play a game. Because like people were saying, like, because Lite had Windows 11, and I thought maybe it was like a Windows 10 issue, so I upgraded to 11 to see if that helped, and it didn't fucking help, and so now I'm stuck with Windows 11.
A few nights ago on stream, I watched a little bit of a video called "I Got Divorced Over Yu-Gi-Oh!" and
Hold on, let me turn this goddamn sound effects off.
I went into it, you know, like lollipop and spinny hat, thinking it was going to be like good, silly fun. Like I thought it was like an exaggeratory title where he was telling a story about how his wife walked in like Seto Kaiba and ripped his blue eyes, and then he said, "Enough is enough. We'll play a shadow game to decide the fate of our marriage," and then they divorced or something. But the reality is, it's a very honest and open look at an unhealthy relationship, and it's one that I went back and finished the video for and have been thinking about since. So in a nutshell, this guy had a YouTube channel that was dedicated to Yu-Gi-Oh! And he was actually paying his bills through the content he was making. So it's
that's
not
the
like
dream right there.
This was a hobby that was destructive to him. You know, he wasn't going out on the streets and selling his butt for Yu-Gi-Oh! Briefcases of cards. Like, he was making a living through Yu-Gi-Oh! And his YouTube channel, but his wife didn't really like it. She didn't have any respect for it, and it basically boiled down to he married like his #1 hater, and she eventually wore him down enough to the point where he did abandon the hobby and his.
I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. Like these people are fucking toxic. If someone doesn't like you for you, and the entire time you're hanging out with them or you're with them, all they say is, "I hate this thing that you like." Like in my opinion, it's by extension them just saying like they hate you. Just cut those motherfuckers off. Cut those motherfuckers off like a cyst. Like, if they hate you that bad, or they hate everything you do that bad, just cut them the fuck off, man. I've known so many fucking people like this in my life, who like just like either A, don't get your hobby, or B, don't like understand it, and like listen, all I'm gonna say is if my best friend of like 17 years or 20 years, however long we've been friends, after 10 you just stop counting. If my best friend of like 17, 20 years will like every time I mentioned it, like, because I've said it before, must have been married to a girl boss who had him on a tight leash. I don't know, man. Like I said, like, if my best friend of like 17, 20 years was like, because here's the thing, he doesn't understand anime, he doesn't like anime. That would be around people who want to be a hater to you? Exactly. Like, if my best friend, like, every time I brought up anime, because I've said before, Chad, he doesn't like anime. He doesn't understand it, but he knows that I like it, so he's willing to like listen to me talk for about 5 or 10 minutes about this anime that I like. He won't understand it, he won't remember it, but like he's willing to at least listen to me be passionate about it. The same way I'm willing to listen to him talk about fucking Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or, you know, whatever fucking football things going on. Because like at the end of the day, we're friends, and like we enjoy that the other person enjoys something. But if someone's just like the entire time you're hanging out with them, they're just fucking beating you down. Or even better, like they act like everything's fine, and then after the fact, they're like, I hated that. It's like, then why didn't you say anything in the moment? Well, I don't know. Can be friends with music snobs, dude. I don't get the music snob thing, like, because I told you guys before, chat. I'm kind of fucking dumb. I'm kind of fucking dumb when it comes to music. Because like I'll listen to a song, you know, like raindrops keep falling on my head. I'm like, oh, this is a fun song. It's like, well, actually, this song was written in the 20th century, and it's actually about this guy who his entire family died, and the raindrops are actually the tears of his family crying from the heavens, and he's actually wanting to commit suicide. And you're just like thinking to yourself, like, what the fuck did you just say? You like all songs except rap? I like all music except for country, but I'll be honest with you, like, older country I'm kind of okay on, and some of the newer country that's coming out recently, because like country's kind of had like a resurgence recently where like they're kind of returning to their roots. But yeah, I'm down to listen to anything, man, dude. If it's got a sick chords or like sick track, like anything, like I appreciate pretty much all music snobs, like the classical versus rock type of people. No, I think it's more so when people refer to music snobs, I think they're more so referring to like it's like, hey, I like Led Zeppelin or whatever. It's like, oh my goodness, a Led Zeppelin fan. Everybody knows it. Like fucking what's another like metal band? Everybody knows that like Kiss is like the de facto band. Like anybody who listens to like Led Zeppelin has obviously never heard of or appreciated Kiss. I think that's what people mean when they mean music snob. Like you name like X band from X genre, and they're like, oh my god, only fucking peasants listen to that group. What you actually want to do is you want to listen to this group. I think that's like the definition of a music snob.
YouTube channel, because she just thought it was kind of cringe, I guess. Like, I'm not saying in every healthy relationship your partner has to, you know, get into whatever hobby you're into, but at the very least, the bare minimum is being understanding and supportive of it.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not saying she had to go out there and get a tier 0 deck or learn how to pendulum summon so she could start banishing assholes to the Shadow Realm, but maybe don't be constantly spitting and shitting on your husband for something that he's clearly passionate about and something that is actively making him money.
You mess around with the Hulk because he's so fun.
Over Yu-Gi-Oh!
I need to say this. Let me just say it straight out the way. I am no longer married, and I'm divorced.
More time for Yu-Gi-Oh! You can grind. YCS pretty soon, I think. Can't remember when the next YCS is, but you got so much time now.
When I met this woman,
and
I told her about my Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, she hated it. She didn't like it. She said that.
Well, okay, that's your first red flag. You met her, and then from the jump, she's like, I fucking hate this. I don't like this. That's your first mistake from the jump. Because it's one thing if this was like his hobby, but this is like his job. If she hates it, and this is like not only his hobby but his job, then like that's a red flag.
Hey, you can do something better with your life. You should go back to school.
All right, I hate that. Man, just let someone have hobbies. Like, who cares? It's not hurting anyone. Not hurting you. It's nerdy. Sure. Who cares? It's a hobby. I bet she had stupid hobbies too. Everyone does.
I said, you know what? Maybe she's right. And you know what I did? I sold all my equipment. I sold my YouTube channel.
Whoa.
I sold all my camera stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it is time to move on. Maybe it's time for me to do something better with my life. not knowing that at that time, what I had was very special. At that time, something that
God,
I
yeah.
chose to do, YouTube, I gave it up because someone said, hey, you know what? Maybe it is time to move on. You got to do something better with your life.
There are times where someone's hobby is detrimental to them. Whether
Like, here's my thing. Here's my thing, chat. Like, if this was a situation at where this guy was like, how do I explain? If this is a situation where this guy, like, he was like addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh! And like he was spending all of his money on packs, he was always pulling for stuff, you know, spending all of his money, you know, paycheck to paycheck, spending his money to like on the best cards to be the most meta fucking bullshit, like, because like listen, those people exist. Like, how many Yu-Gi tubers in the last like 2 or 3 years have you seen at where they've just had to either stop doing YouTube, or like A, stop doing YouTube, or B, completely pivot their YouTube content, like either completely away from Yu-Gi-Oh or like away from competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, because like it's just become like such a money sink that like they just can't fucking sustain it anymore. He should have broke up with her when the sell everything thing was on the table. Well, the way he phrased it, like that was like his decision. The way he phrased it, at least. I could be wrong.
whether it's financially draining or mentally draining, like that is a problem, and that's where you'd come in and say like, hey, maybe it's time we look for something else, try a different path, and move on to something else. But that's not the case here. This guy had a channel, and his YouTube and Yu-Gi-Oh hobby were helping sustain him and pay bills. So her coming in there, fee-fi-fo-fumming around, marching up to him, saying like, you gotta move on, makes no fucking sense. Like, that's so stupid. Just basically saying it's time to grow up. You know, this is a children's card game. We don't do this as adults. It's time you be a real man, a real adult, and start doing crypto scams. Like, it's just silly.
And she's no longer here. And this problem persists. She told me at that time, hey, you want to meet my mother? You need a car. Because I didn't have a car at the time. I was doing YouTube. I was working from home. I didn't need to drive anywhere.
Chasing the dream.
Yes, YouTube is what I did for a living. It's how I paid my bills. And I was street performing also. How did I street perform? I just catch the bus 20 minutes down the street, played my horn, went home. I never needed a car. Even though I explained to her, this is what I chose to do.
Why did she even come into your life then? It sounds like she didn't respect your...
Okay, here's my armchair psychologist. In the video, he said he was making money, still from the videos. So, you don't think that it was financially that bad? Here's what I think it was. Like, she looked at this guy. He didn't look like your stereotypical nerd or whatever. They maybe went on a couple dates. All right. Like just follow my train of thoughts. They went on a couple dates, and then like by like third, fourth, fifth, you know, whatever date, like they started getting closer. Like he opened up about, hey, like she's like, what do you do for work? And he's like, oh, I do this. You know, they're at a restaurant or, you know, over at his place, whatever. And he's like, oh, I do this. And like he just seemed like a well put together guy. And then she's probably built up this image in her head of like, okay, here's what I think he is, you know, like he probably has like, you know, like X job or Y thing, whatever. Like, and she probably built up this idea of him in his head. And then like, and then she found out like, oh, he does Yu-Gi-Oh for a living. And then she probably thought to herself like, okay, well, I can fix this. Like, if we can just get rid of the Yu-Gi-Oh shit, but you know, this nerdy crap, like, AKA once she found out he was a nerd, she wanted to change him, kinda. Yeah, basically. Like she was probably like, okay, like besides him being a cringe ass nerd, fucking loser, I can fix him. And so she's like, okay, well if I just get rid of everything that he likes, I can fix him mentality. Yeah, that basically that's what I think it was. I think she just was in the mindset of like, I can fix him. I can get him to like sell off his Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you know, get a real job, go to school, whatever. So, like basically become somebody that she can like brag about to her friends type of deals. Like, oh, my husband, has a 401k and he has blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but like I feel like that was the situation that was going on here.
Your hobby. She didn't respect your drive, your passion, or anything. Why the fuck was she even here? Just to completely change you? That's sad. And there's definitely a limit too. Like, if you're obsessed with a hobby and it's actually a detriment on your life, which it doesn't sound like it was for him, then I can understand someone coming in and be like, all right, look, maybe we need to reevaluate this. Maybe, collecting.
I mean, it is weird, but that like those people fucking exist. Like the people who like, because I've known people like this, and where like they'll like project an image in their head that they have of you onto you, and then they'll be like, they'll be like, okay, if I can just like change this, fix this, move that, shuffle this around, it's like say if a girl finds like a dude who's like not like obese but like a little bit overweight, she's like, listen, he's got a good face, he's got a lot of money or like a good paying job. If I can just fix like the fat issue, then I can deal with this or whatever. And so she's like, hey, you should probably like work out or whatever. Be like, I can fix this. Like those motherfuckers exist. They definitely exist. This is what you hate about people. Everyone is a fucking idiot if you don't like their hobbies. And then say that it's not that fucking hard, damn it. Yeah. The problem with I can fix him is you can't just change someone. Oh, you definitely can change someone. I mean, Stockholm Syndrome exists. You have to like the entire person. I mean, I don't think, listen, here's the thing. Like I said, like, relationships are about compromise. I don't think you have to like everything about somebody. Like, because here's the thing. Say this guy had like 10 hobbies, and then Yu-Gi-Oh was one of those 10 hobbies, and she didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, you can still bond over the 9 other hobbies you like. I know this is off topic, but you've seen the Hulk Mythic skin in Rivals has custom animation. This skin applies this ult to baby form also. No, I haven't seen the movie. But yeah, I'm trying to find my train of thought. That kind of derailed me. But no, like I think it's even worse than the I can fix in people. Like I knew someone who was like this, and we're like, we would like hang out, and then they would be fine, and then like they would like bitch about me to one of my friends, and then like my friend who was more my friend than her friend would then come behind her back and tell me, it's like, hey, like, you know how you guys saw, like, let's just say it was like a movie, you know how you guys saw like that new movie or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, we had fun. And then it was like, well, she was like talking mad shit about you, and I was like, what? She's like, she hated that movie, like she hated that movie, and I was like, what? She didn't tell me that. Like, we could have like stopped watching the movie or whatever, or like we could have done something else. And they like nothing pisses me off more than people who will just sit there and in complete silence and then just not fucking speak up about something that's bothering them, and then they go behind your back, talk a bunch of shit about you, about how much they hated the thing that you did. Like, say you're watching, a movie, you went out to dinner, it's like, oh, they didn't like the food. You went to a movie, they didn't like the movie. You're watching, TV, they hated the TV show. Like, and then they go behind your back and tell everybody how much they hate you and or the thing that you did. And it's like motherfucker, like you could, like, if you don't like the channel, we can change the channel. If you don't like the food, we can go get different food. Like, I don't see why you got to go behind someone's back and then tell somebody else how much you hated the thing it was. Especially when it was like one of those things that were like, especially when it's people who were like, where do you want to eat? And there's like, anywhere is fine. And so you choose anywhere. And then the anywhere that you chose was not the anywhere they were expecting. It's like, motherfucker. In all honesty, whoever you date has interest. You say, but don't guilt turn the ditch their hobby. Yeah. Is it possible it was manipulation? But yeah, I mean, it's definitely manipulation. If you like manipulating somebody to like be like, hey, stop doing Yu-Gi-Oh, and then get a real job, like that's definitely manipulation, because you're manipulating them being like, hey, like leave this thing behind. If you want me, then you gotta stop doing this. I mean, that's definitely manipulating somebody. Why people are afraid of confrontation? Well, here's the thing. Being anti-confrontational is like a thing. I'm not gonna fault somebody for being anti-confrontational, but it's one thing to be anti-confrontational. It's another thing to straight up just like talk shit behind someone's back because like you don't want the confrontation. Because then you're because here's the thing, like you could have the most secure password. Like here's my example. You can have the most secure password in the entire world, but the second you write that password down somewhere so you don't forget it, it's compromised. Because at some point in time, someone will open up that book or that web document or that document that you wrote the password down in, and then now they know your password. You know? And so it's the same thing with like talking shit about someone behind their back. It's the same thing with talking shit about someone behind their back. And where it's like, say you're watching anime with somebody, and in the moment you're like, did you like it? What'd you think of the episode? And they're like, oh, it was really cool. I like this part or whatever. Like, it's really good. Whatever. And then they go behind your back and then they tell somebody else like, man, that fucking anime sucked. Like, it's actually fucking cringe that they even watched that in the first place. Whatever. Like, because like, here's the thing. It's the same as the password example. The second you talk shit about somebody, at some point in time, that shit talk will get back to them, and that just creates like distrust and whatever. None of this had to happen. What if the shoe was on the other foot? What if the shoe was on the other door, and then she was throwing a fucking hissy fit because she couldn't pursue her hobbies, and the world is fucked? Are you very okay? Do you need a hug? This happened years ago. It's fine. I'm not friends with these people anymore. This friendship was one of those things that were like, I worked with these people and we became friends through work, and then we all left that job and then we still stayed friends or whatever. And then it was weird because it became one of those things at where anytime something would happen, it would be my fault. You know what I mean? Because like I'm not saying that like I'm perfect or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to insinuate at all. But it would be one of those things where it's like, where do you guys want to eat? Anywhere is fine. Okay. Like I just always default to the Taco Bell, you know, because I like Taco Bell. And so I would take them to Taco Bell, and then they would be like, Taco Bell again? And I'm like, well, we can go somewhere else. You know, and they'd be like, no, it's fine. And it'd be like, okay. And then it'd be like, okay, well, what do you guys want to do? It's like, oh, we can do whatever. And so I'd be like, okay, well, what do we got to just like go to the park and we play Pokemon Go or whatever? Because, you know, it's free, it's nice weather out, whatever. And then they would be like, and then they would be like, I don't want to do this or whatever. And I'm like, well, we can do whatever. Like we can you know, go see a movie. We can go to a restaurant. We can we can do something that's not playing Pokemon Go, whatever. And they'd be like, no, it's fine. And it was just one of those things where it's like everybody in the group didn't want to do, like, because it was like four of us or five of us, and like nobody in the group wanted to come up with any ideas. And so I always had to be the idea guy. And when you put me on the spot, like I'll come up with an okay idea, but maybe not like the greatest idea. And then it was always one of those things where it's like, Leo, this is your fault. This is your fault. The group's not having fun. This is your fault that this thing happened. This is your fault that this thing happened. And I'd just be like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, because like, again, they never, said, hey, I want to do this. They never said, hey, I want to eat here. They never said, hey, I want to do X thing. And so just, it got to the point where I just started doing what they would do. I'd be like, anywhere's fine. Where do you want to go? Anywhere's fine. They'd be like, let's go to Captain D's, or just name a fucking random restaurant. It's like, let's go to Captain D's. Like, okay, cool. Let's go to Captain D's. And then they'd be like, man, this Captain D's is kind of mid. It's like, why did you drive us here? That's the point where I was just like, what the fuck? because I was a person with the car, and they're like, "Why did you drive us here?" He's like, What? You chose Captain D's." So work friends. I mean, I wouldn't call us work friends. We were friends who met at work, because work friends are people where it's like you call them work friends, but they're more or less just like acquaintances. Where if you see them on the street, you're like, "Oh, hey, John," you know, whatever. But I wouldn't say these people were work friends. For a while, they were like really good friends, and then it was like there was like an election coming up or whatever. Like, I'm not getting political, don't worry, chat. And then like everybody was like, we're all voting for this person, but we all know you're gonna vote for this person. I was like, what? What? They're like, yeah, we all know you. You're one of those people. I was like, what do you mean I'm one of the? Because like we never talked about politics or anything like that. But like they just got super toxic during that like election or whatever, and where I think they just took their frustrations out on the other party, out on me, and where like I just became like their scapegoat. But that friendship got super toxic, and I basically like lost contact with all of them. But I don't know. It was just one of those things. Work friends equals coworkers, exactly. Yeah, those type of people. Your short temper would make them fear you and not be friends with you. Them, this is your fault. Oh, sorry. Does anyone else want to try and make an idea or go somewhere different? Didn't think so. You most people try and Duelist Cup? What's X? I don't know. Oh, Duelist Cup? Yeah, Duelist Cup. I mean, if you know what a person likes by default, maybe just say, hey, can we do something that isn't X thing? It's understandable. Yeah. Why is it easy to be friends with toxic people? Sorry to do with that. Here's the thing. I don't know. Because again, like, I'm not perfect. I probably did something at some point in the friendship, like, said something that pissed them off or whatever. Do you think 2 days is enough to get a team together for Marvel Rivals North American Championship? Maybe. Listen, if you can find four more people, like, I'm down to do it. I don't care. Do I think we'll win? No, but I'm down to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, like, here's the thing. I think toxicity is like it's like a boulder rolling down a hill, at where, like, if you give someone an inch, they'll take it a mile. At where and like if you don't correct the behavior, like, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So, like, what starts out as like a rude comment that they meant in jest, you know, if you don't push back on it, eventually that rude comment turns into two rude comments. How are we doing today? I'm doing fine. And apparently eventually those two rude comments turns into just, like, you know, being toxic. And apparently eventually being toxic just turns into them just being flat out fucking, like, a dick to you. Like I feel like it's a thing where if you don't correct the behavior, humans have a tendency to just, like, keep doing what they can get away with. We'll have to be ranked silver 3 to qualify. I have no idea what my rank is. I'm like silver 2, I think. Or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, but toxic people tend to be mad at dumb things. Like, IDK, you eat rice with a spoon rather than a fork? You know, you mean just hard to say one trigger could cause it? Could be a dumb thing. This day is the worst ever. Your noodles feel... your noodles fell in the sink. You're about to start going insanely pissed. I mean, you're fairly toxic. We're having this conversation. Because of this video that we're watching, this guy got divorced over Yu-Gi-Oh! His wife basically told him that, like, hey, you gotta stop doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Otherwise, like, we can't be together, whatever. I mean, I think that one thing that's gotten me in trouble before is, like, sometimes I'll just, like, when I don't know how to feel about something, I'll just like instead of like thinking for like the correct adjective, I'll just like the way to describe something, I'll just be like, man, I hate this. Like say Overwatch, for example. It's like, man, I hate Overwatch. It's like, do I hate Overwatch? Like, no. I just, but like everybody can identify hate. Like everybody can like identify with hate. You know what I mean? Where it was like, yeah, I hate reading or whatever. It's like, yeah, I know it's emotion, but being like, I'm slightly perturbed by the current state of Overwatch and the current meta format that we are in, as well as the game mode that we play of 5v5. People are like, I don't really vibe with that. But if you just like, yeah, I hate Overwatch, you're like, okay, I understand. Yeah, I hate Overwatch too. But that's the only thing that I can say personally that like I should probably change, because like I don't hate really anything, but I just like will blanketly say like, I would just blanketly say like, man, I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, man, I hate Overwatch, just because I'm too lazy to think of like what the fuck like how to describe it. But I don't know.
Fucking, I don't know, jelly beans.
Just say it sucks.
Putting all your money into anti.
I don't know. Not that you hate it. But like, I don't know, like again, I just feel like people can like universally understand hate, but just be like, oh, this sucks. Then people are gonna be like, well, what sucks about it? Like, if you say you hate something, people will usually just like take that as an answer, and they'll be like, okay, yeah, you hate it, cool. But if you say, man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sucks, usually people will ask follow-up questions like, but why does it suck? Like, give me an example. Why does it suck? Give me an example. But if you just like, I hate Yu-Gi-Oh!, people will just be like, okay, cool. I don't know.
Antique jelly beans is, you know, taking its toll. Maybe we should look at other things so you can get out of the house. You can start, you know, finding something.
But losing your noodles, that's very sad. I've been in a situation before where like I had a long day. I had just gotten off a very long shift at work. All I wanted to do was eat this food. It was like the only food that I had in the fridge, and like I didn't feel like going anywhere. Like, and I didn't stop by and grab anything. Yeah, because hate has one meaning. I mean, yeah, like, listen, like, I've already said that, like, I should stop doing it, chat. Like, I've already said I should stop doing it. I mean, I had a former friend who said they didn't like me because I hate everything, and I'm like, I don't hate anything. They're like, you're always saying you hate this or you hate that. I was like, well, I mean, I don't actually hate it. I just, like, I'm just too lazy to think of anything in an adjective. I hate Overwatch. Overwatch can be annoying. I don't know. One day, chat, I'll stop being lazy and I'll stop blanketly just saying I hate this thing because I don't want to come up with an adjective. But no, like I forget what the food was. Let's just say it was like ramen, because we were talking about ramen earlier. It wasn't ramen, but like I was so excited to eat this ramen, and then like I was like walking back to either my room or the living room, whatever it was. Anyway, you're finally free from exams? Hell yeah. Failed them all. Gotta repeat the whole semester. Hell yeah, dude. That's my boy right there. You gonna enjoy the holidays now? Fuck yeah. But yeah. And then like, I told my roommate several times throughout the week, like, hey, clean up your shit. Because they had like left shit all over the place. And then I didn't see this one little like fucking block or brick, whatever the hell it was, this one little fucking small thing that they left on the ground, and then I tripped over it and I spilled all my fucking food, and I was like, oh my god, dude. I was so pissed. I was so fucking pissed, because that was the only food I had in the entire house, and then now it was on the floor because my roommate refused to fucking clean up his mess. Reminds me of one time you were breaking an egg for brownies and accidentally dumped eggs into the sink instead of taking the bowl to where you can get set up. disappointed from you going goldfish mood. True. You're just irritated and irrationally angry. I mean that's fair. I was pissed. I was pissed because in my head, like, I lost those noodles because of my roommate. Because again, that motherfucker never cleaned up shit. I was basically like, when I lived with those guys, I was basically like the maid. I'll never forget one time he left a bunch of dirty dishes in the sink, and so what I did is I moved all of his dirty dishes, because it was one of those split sinks. I moved all of his dirty dishes into the right sink, and then I just did my dishes in the left side of the sink. And then he got back, and they had gotten like all like gunky and moldy and shit. And then like he got pissed off. He's like, you sat there and you just left your dirty dishes and you just let them get all moldy, and now it's disgusting. And I'm like, those are your fucking dishes. Those are your dishes. I'm just gonna say, Brandon, those were your fucking dishes, Brandon. That you did that. You left for 2 weeks on Christmas vacation, and you did that. I'm not fucking cleaning up your damn dishes.
Something else. I get it, but it doesn't sound like it was to that point here. This is just sad.
That wasn't his
I
name.
imagine
His name
Chandler's
wasn't
generating
Brandon.
income. He
It
just
sounds
said
kind of
his
like
band
Brandon, but
built
it wasn't
through
Brandon.
And street performing. So he was making money. He was perfectly.
Dude, I don't know how people can live in filth. Here's my thing, Chad. Here's my thing. My golden rule. My golden fucking rule. I can deal with a dirty living room. I can deal with a dirty bedroom. I can deal with a dirty bathroom, but I cannot deal with a dirty kitchen. I cannot deal with a goddamn dirty kitchen. I'm sorry. That's my space. That's my space. And so, the dude blamed you for his dishes? Yes. He blamed me for his dirty dishes. Brain dead. Got it. That's the name. I know when one room is too dirty. Meg's OCD can't deal with dirt, period. Here's my thing. Like, I'm not saying I can live in filth, but if the living room's a little bit messy, like there's some clothes, boxes, whatever, like laying around, like I can deal with that. But like for whatever reason, like I can't handle a dirty kitchen. And I told my roommates that. I said, listen, it's one thing if the bathroom's a little bit messy. It's another thing if like it's one thing if like the living room's a little bit messed up. But the only thing I asked them repeatedly is I'm like, I just keep the dirty dishes out of the sink. If you do some dishes or whatever, or if you dirty up some dishes, just fucking put them in the dishwasher. Fucking rinse them out, whatever. Like, I'll never forget one time, like I did my dishes every single day. You gonna catch up on Daima? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'll never forget one time, I made some kind of food, and then like I always did the dishes, but I made some kind of food, and then the food got stuck to the pan, and so I was like, okay, I'll just let it soak overnight. And the one time I didn't do the dishes immediately, when they have not done dishes the entire time we fucking lived in that house, they my roommate who was like a fucking slob, he was like, man, it's kind of fucked up that you just like didn't do your dirty dishes. I'm like, what do you mean? It's one pot. And like, yeah, and you just left that dirty pot in the sink. It's like kind of rude. And I'm like, and I said, motherfucker, you never do any dishes, and I'm constantly stuck doing your dishes. So first of all, don't get on my ass for me always having to do your dirty dishes and leaving one fucking pot that was soaking in soapy water so that I could clean it the next day. And two, I was soaking it because it was the food was stuck to it last night, and so I soaked it overnight so it would be easier to wash in the morning. So I was like, dude, that guy, I hate him so much. I hate him so much. The problem was, it was me, him, and like my best friend all living together. Like, and my best friend was never home, because the main reason I moved into places because I was like, oh, it's me and my best friend living together. It's gonna be great. But he was never home because he was always either in class or working, and we had completely different schedules. So I never saw him. And then he would, and then like sometimes he would be lazy and didn't want to drive back to our house, and so he would just like stay at his mom's place or his dad's place, whichever was closer to where he was at. And then like, fucking Brandon like was just a goddamn slob. Like, dude, I don't know how the fuck he did this. We had like a fire pit, not like an embedded fire pit, but like this little metal above ground fire pit. Somehow, in the time that like we like say from like the month of like November to December, just in 2 months, he had filled that entire goddamn fire pit with beer cans. And I'm like, why? Like, what? There are two ways to ruin friendships: Mario Party and living with them. No, I'm still friends with my best friend to this very day. But Brandon, I fucking hate him. I didn't know him beforehand. I'd only met him once at one of my friends' birthday parties before. But like, Brandon the redneck beer slugger Brandon player. And dude, like at the end of our time living there, it got so much worse because like basically my friend was never there, and then Brandon, his like he was like, hey, is it cool if my girlfriend crashes here? And I was like, I was like, yeah, for the night, sure, whatever. And then it became one of those things where one night became 2 became 4 became 8 became 16, and then it got to the point where like for like 3 months straight, I hadn't seen my roommate in like over a month, and then like and then Brandon and his girlfriend were just like there every single day, and it would just be awkward because there'd be nothing to do, and so I would just like talk to him, and they always made me out to be the fucking bad guy. It's like oop, it's like there's a dish in the sink, even though it's Brandon's dish. It's like, come on, Leo, you can do better. It's like you need to stop being such a slob. It's like, what's that? I got home late from work, and then like Brandon filled up 3 trash bags, and so I didn't take them to the road. How did his girlfriend not leave him? Here's the best part. They're fucking married now. She actually married this fucking slob. Like, holy shit. Here's the best part. They're fucking married now. But like, nope. Brandon, like he fucking filled up like 3 different trash bags with beer cans and didn't take them to the road. So now we just have 3 huge trash bags full of beer cans, and that like we're gonna be stuck with until the next trash day. Well, Leo, it's your fault. It's your fault, Leo. You didn't take the trash to the road. Why didn't you take the trash to the road? It's like, because the trash wasn't here when I left, and I got home at 10 o'clock. What? Yeah, you would have killed him with your anger. You would have fucking killed him. Dude, I hate him so much. Like, I said this before. I don't actually hate him, but I would hate to live with him. I don't hate him, like, but I would hate to live with him. The second he moved out and I moved out, I deleted him on everything. I deleted him on Discord. I deleted him on Snapchat. I deleted his phone number. I think I might even blocked his phone number. I removed him on everything. The second I didn't have to tolerate him anymore, I fucking removed him on everything, dude. I removed him on Steam. Like, dude, like this, like he couldn't leave fucking fast enough, man. Oh my god, living with him was insufferable. I would have told her that she's going to pay rent or help around if she's going to be there for a long ass time. I mean, I even pitched that idea, but then I rescinded it because like the way we had it is like we each paid like equal rent, and then so we each had like a 1/3 vote majority in the house for anything. And so the one reason I didn't want her to pay rent is because I didn't want to give her a vote. Because since my friend was never at the house, it would have been turned into one of those things that were like, it would have been turned into one of those things at where like I would constantly be getting outvoted on stuff, which I kind of was anyway. But like, I just didn't want her to fucking have any rights inside that house. If she wanted to be like mooch off of us and like you know, eat our food, live under our roof, you know, spend up our utilities, I was fine with that. But like giving her a chance to like outvote me on something was fucking awful. Also, another thing that he would do that would piss me off is like he would like invite people over without asking, and then like when people were already on their way over, he's like, hey, is it okay if I invite a couple people? I was like, I was like, yeah, sure. What was that, like 2 or 3 people? Like, yeah, it's like 2 or 3 people, and it would be like 7 or 8 people, and then the entire place would be fucking destroyed, beer cans, soda cups everywhere, and then I would be like, well, that's a mess. Well, at least he's gonna clean it up because it was his party, and they'd be there for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then fucking like, you know, like ants and stuff would start eat like go into where like the empty beer was. And then I was like, and then like he would have the gall to be like, man, this place is disgusting. And then I'd be like, yep, sure is. And then he would just like go to his room and slam his door. Like that was his passive aggressive way of being like, hey, you should clean this up. And then he would just like leave. And then when I would just be like, yep, someone should clean this up. Definitely not me though. Definitely not me though. He would just get so fucking pissy with me and slam his door. The amount of times he slammed that door because like I said, he leaves dirty dishes in the sink. He's like, man, it's kind of disgusting how like someone just leaves dirty dishes in the sink like that. I was like, yep, it sure is. Slams the door. It's like, man, this place is like, this room's kind of disgusting, like with all this trash laying around. I was like, yep, sure is. Slams the door. So in other words, it'd be a 2v1 scenario. That was happening regardless. I guess avoid giving her a technicality. Yeah. Leo, you're a saint. Listen, man. I took a lot of, I tolerated a lot of shit in that household, in that relationship. Or roommate relationship. I guess I should preface that by saying. Like, because here's the thing. Like, a lot of times, it's not that big of a deal. Like, because it'd be like, you know, like 2 or 3 beer cans just laying on the counter or like laying on a coffee table. And you'd be like, okay, I can throw that away, whatever. But then every now and then, it'd be like a huge mess that, like, I had no, you know, input in at all. And I'd just be like, okay, fine, I can do it. But it's just one of those things where, like, it would build up over time. And I would just be like, hey, can you, like, stop leaving a mess? It's like what are you talking about? I didn't leave a mess. That's your mess. It's like, oh, these like 7 fucking Bud Light cans like are my mess. Cool. The one person in the house who doesn't fucking drink. Yep, this is definitely my mess. The one person in the house who doesn't drink alcohol. Yep, this is my mess. Cool. Is it hard for people if they got roomies to keep like a mess in their room, like the hallway, bathrooms, kitchen, living room? Keep that clean at least. Oh, his room was a pigsty. His room was always disgusting. I mean, luckily, he never blamed me for his room being dirty. They constantly left food and trash on the table? Yeah. Here's the thing. My friend, he was pretty considerate. Like, the only thing I ever had to nag him about is I was like, hey, like, the only thing that I can't compromise on is the sink. I can't stand dirty dishes in the sink. But that goes back to me living in a household with a lot of siblings and then like having to constantly do their dirty dishes. So I think that was more like this is like a PTSD thing. Nah, dude, like knowing him, he probably would have been, he probably would have said some bullshit. Ooh. Knowing him, he probably would have said some bullshit where he was like, it was like, hey man, you got to stop coming into my room in the middle of the night, like leaving a mess. And I would have been like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? It's like, yeah, like, you know, I let you come into my room and then like you smoke 20 cigarettes and then like leave the buds laying all over the floor, which is a fire hazard, by the way. Fuck you, Leo. And then you drink like 7 beers and you just like leave the cans crushed all over the place. And then you piss in my bed. It's like, you got to stop doing that, Leo. You got to stop doing that. But no, I fucking hate him, dude. I fucking hate him. No, I don't hate him. But like I said, I'll be cordial with him, but like I could never live with him again. I don't hate him, but I would hate living with him. Update, you're an expert in galaxy eyes. Got 4 variants. Also run ninjas, gate guardians, flame swordsman, shining sarcophagus, sword soul, Tenyi. You're working on heroes, Blackwing DDDs, and soon Valmonica. We had a dishwasher, but I hand washed most of the dishes because the dishwasher wasn't that good.
Time now.
When I met this woman,
I accidentally rewinded a little bit.
and I told her about my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, she hated it. She didn't like it. She said that, hey, you can do something better with your life. You should go back to school.
All right, I hate that. Man, just let someone have hobbies. Like, who cares? It's not hurting anyone. Not hurting you. It's nerdy. Sure. Who cares? It's a hobby. I bet she had stupid hobbies too. Everyone does.
I said, you know what? Maybe she's right. And you know what I did? I sold all my equipment. I sold my YouTube channel.
Whoa.
I sold all my camera stuff. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it is time to move on. Maybe it's time for me to do something better with my life. Not knowing that at that time, what I
Think we'll
had,
ever see Charlie at locals or a YCS? No. Charlie is like, for what I understand, like he's more of just like he likes collecting old Yu-Gi-Oh, or predominantly old Yu-Gi-Oh, but just like he's more of like a collector and he plays casually. And he's way more into Magic now, so like Magic the Gathering, like we may see him somewhere in Magic the Gathering, but if it's somewhere that he can't get to by car, then we'll never see it.
was very special. At that time, something that
God,
I
yeah.
chose to do, YouTube, I gave it up because someone
Yeah,
said,
like
hey,
Magic
you know
maybe,
what?
but I think Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't think he's really doing much Yu-Gi-Oh right
You gotta
now.
do something better with your life.
There are times where someone's hobby is detrimental to them, whether it's financially draining or mentally draining. Like, that is a problem, and that's where you'd come in and say, like, hey, maybe it's time we look for something else.
That's how
try a
most people are with
different path
Yu-Gi-Oh?
and move on to something else. But that's not the case here. This guy had a channel, and his YouTube and Yu-Gi-Oh hobby were helping sustain him and pay bills. So her coming in there, fee-fi-fo-fumming around, marching up to him, saying, like, you gotta move on, makes no fucking sense. Like, that's so stupid. Just basically saying it's time to grow up. You know, this is a children's card game. We don't do this as adults. It's time you be a real man, a real adult, and start doing crypto scams. Like, it's just
The only Yu-Gi-Oh we'll see
silly.
Charlie do is Master Duel, maybe?
And
Yeah,
she's
probably
no
Master
longer
Duel.
here. And this problem persists. She told me at that time,
Charlie might maybe be
"You wanna
wild.
meet my mother, you need a car. Because I didn't have a car at the time. I was doing YouTube. I was working from home. I didn't need to drive anywhere.
This woman is a
Dream.
bitch. I hope she never finds love. I curse her. Jesus, Jaden.
That's how I paid my bills. And I was street performing also. How did I street perform? I just catch the bus 20 minutes down the street, played my horn, went home. I never needed a car. Even though I explained to her, this is what I chose to do.
Why did she even come into your life then? It sounds like she didn't respect your hobby. She didn't respect your drive, your passion, or anything.
If you made
Why-
more money,
why
I
the
bet she
fuck
wouldn't
was
say
she even
shit. Oh
here?
yeah, for sure.
Just to completely change you? That's sad. There's definitely.
I'm a
limit to,
demon
like,
to
if
people
you're
who are
obsessed with
bitches.
a
That's
hobby
fair.
It's actually a detriment on your life, which it doesn't sound like it was for him. Then I can understand someone coming in and be like, all right, look, maybe we need to reevaluate this. You know, maybe, collecting fucking, I don't know, jelly beans and putting all your money into antique jelly beans is, taking its toll. Maybe we should look at other things so you can get out of the house. You can start, finding something else. I get it. But it doesn't sound like it was to that point here. This is just sad. I imagine the channel was generating income. He just said he was paying his bills through YouTube and street performing. So he was making money. He was perfectly sustaining himself. At least that's the impression I get. She was probably embarrassed to tell her friends what he does for a living. Well, then don't be with him. If you're embarrassed of your significant other, why are you with them in the first place? That's on you. If you don't respect them, don't be with them. It's bad for both you and the partner. I feel like this probably happens a lot, although I've only seen it happen to one of my friends once.
Hey,
where
he was making
got
$1 million,
with
that right
girl
there's
that
money?
just
Yeah.
really didn't like anything about him. Well, like, what are you doing there? Why are you choosing to be with this person if the goal is to change everything about?
Listen, I'm telling you, man. Like, it's one of those things where like she's like one of those people who's like, I can fix him. Like, she likes the outside, but she's like I don't like anything on the inside. She's like, I like your outsides. Well, we gotta fix those insides.
about them that turn them into a blank canvas for you to paint on. That this doesn't make sense. Find someone that's more compatible with the things you like.
Your friend was like, "Oh, people say
Like
you're
in
mean,
this case,
but
she comes in and she just
you're kind of
doesn't like
sweet."
any of it.
All
You're
I said
going to
was,
flush Yu-Gi-Oh down the
"You're nice
shitter.
to me,"
You're gonna
and
go back
another.
to school. Honestly, it sounds like a mom that's trying to like discipline their kid. Like, all right, no more Xbox. We're unplugging the Xbox. And
Yo,
you're
she
gonna
does
go
give
to
off mom
school
energy.
twice as much now. Somehow we're gonna find extra school for you to go to. It's just so fucking toxic. This guy was doing just fine. He was providing for himself through his passion, through his ambition, his hobbies, but it didn't fit
Sorry to
what
say,
she
but
thought
Lord, you hate
was
total B's and
acceptable.
and
So she
a-holes.
goes in there and tries to force him to do all of it, and unfortunately,
They deserve to live
succeeds where
alone
he
with
does
with each other
abandon
and destroy each
his
other.
hobbies and his passion for her, for this relationship. And that just shouldn't have been a sacrifice that he was forced to make for the sake of the relationship. He didn't need to tribute summon his hobby.
Listen, here's my thing. Like I said, relationships, friendships, anything anything you do in life, it's all about compromise. You know, like making a movie, making a game, you know, like being friends with somebody, being in a relationship, it's all about compromise. But there you get to a certain point at where it stops, because in my head, compromises are 50-50, and where it's like, hey, you play less Yu-Gi-Oh, like you like bump it down from 4 hours a day to 2 hours a day, and I'll like, you know, and I'll hang out with my friends less, and then we can spend that time together, whatever. If you're both giving up something, that's a compromise. But like forcing someone to give up their hobby, that's not a compromise, you know? I swear, if she learned how to play the game, she would understand the struggle. Exactly. She wasn't in the trenches. She wasn't in the streets. She was out here marching like the rest of us for fucking Mystic Mind to be banned. She doesn't understand. When we as Yu-Gi-Oh players walked hand in hand and marched up to the doorsteps of Konami and said, "Listen, man, can you like please like can you like please ban like Mystic Mind? Can you like ban Mystic, please?" But no, I think if you're ever in a relationship and we're like, or a friendship, whatever the connection between you and the other person is, if you're ever in a relationship or like a friendship at where like you're giving up way more than the other person's giving up, like if it's not 50-50, sometimes, you know, some days it'll be 60-40, some days may even be 70-30, but if it's like consistent 90-10 or like 0-100, like I think we can all agree that like it's just not worth having, because like here's the thing, like you can only give up so much. It's like the fucking giving tree. This may be a weird example, but it's like the giving tree. You know what I'm saying? We don't have souls, but feel things, you know? Yu-Gi-Oh players, you mean? Yeah. It's like the giving tree. It's like you can only give up so much before you're just like a stump. You know what I mean? First he gave her his apples, then he gave her her branches, then he gave him her trunk, or then he gave her his trunk, and then eventually he's just a stump. And then it's no fun being a fucking stump. I can fucking say that for sure. With friendships and relationships I've been in, like it's no fun being whittled away until you're just the fucking stump. You think it would make her hate it more? Be persistent in making her drop it? Yeah, I don't think making her play Yu-Gi-Oh was the answer. Being a stump sucks, man. Exactly.
In order to get his wife's appreciation for what
Controlling people will take anyone and try and make them what they want to be. Yeah.
Hobby. It was making money. It was paying his bills, and it's something he loved doing. Why change that? There's really no good argument I can think of for it. Sounds like she just hated Yu-Gi-Oh. She must have been more of a Digimon gal.
So, she hated those cards. She literally cried because of those cards. And people say, hey, priorities, man. It's your wife, or, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You tell me your wife was crying about Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
She oh my god. I can see it though. I can see her crying and be like, "Babe, why do you do this to me?" Like she's probably one of those people where she made it all about her. She's like, "Babe, why do you do this to me? Why do you keep playing Yu-Gi-Oh? I hate this. Why? priorities, they say, dude, I hate when people say that, because I've had people say that to me before, and we're like, I remember I was in a relationship that I just really wasn't happy with, and I tried to talk to my family about it. What about his priorities? Exactly. I remember I was in like a relationship that was like kind of toxic, and I tried to go to my family about it, and some semi close friends at the time, and I was just like, man, like I don't know how to feel about this like relationship, like I feel like there's like no connection. I feel like we're not like attracted to each other, like anymore or whatever. And then like like she was just doing a bunch of toxic shit, and they're like, no, she's a great girl. She's a great girl. These things happen. You'll get through this. This is just a bump in the road or whatever. Yada yada yada. And I was like, and so like I stayed in that relationship way longer than I should have. When towards the end of it, like again, it got to the point where we didn't really have anything in common anymore. Like we didn't really talk. Anytime we did talk, it would just turn into like her like yelling or some shit like that, and me just fucking taking it, whatever. And then it got to the point where I just kind of realized, like, you know what? Fuck the hump. I'm leaving. I was like, fuck the hump. I don't give a shit. This relationship fucking sucks. But they're like, nah, this is the bump in the road. She's a great gal, whatever. And then like, meanwhile, like she was like very like, I don't know. This I don't know. I won't get too into details, but she was very forceful. When she wanted to do something, like we did it. And there was some things that like I didn't want to do, and I didn't feel comfortable doing, that she made me do, that just kind of make me feel icky after the fact. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel like there's any compromise in the relationship. It was a very bad relationship. That's why I have enemies. They're more loyal lovers. But no, it got to a point where we're like I think I was talking to, like, I forget who I was talking to, but like, I think about it with my mom or whatever. I was like, I think I want to break up with, I'll call her Amy. I think I want to break up with Amy. And then she was like, why? She's a great girl, whatever. And then I was like, well, like, yeah, but I was just like, yeah, because like, something had happened or whatever, and like I just after the thing that happened, I was just like, yeah, I don't feel like I want to be around her anymore. And then she was like, nah, that's fine. And then my family likes to do what I call retroactive history, and we're like, after I broken up with her, they were like at the time they were like, why'd you break up with her? You two should get back together. You two were so good together, yada yada yada. And then like as time passed on, I like told them the story of like what happened. They were like, oh my god, she's a bitch. You should have broken up with her a long time ago. I never liked her. And I was like, you revisionist history motherfuckers. You revisionist history motherfuckers. Nothing feels worse. Should I introduce Amy to Brandon? They got married. I'm just kidding. What if that was a thing though? What if that was a thing? If Amy and Brandon got together? What if that actually happened? But no. Yeah, I just... And then the thing is like she tried to get back together like 2 or 3 times after that. And I was like, no, we should just stay friends. And then like one day she messaged me, and I like deleted her number. And then and then she was like, I was like, new phone, who this? And then they were like, oh, it's Amy. And I was like, oh, sorry, I don't know an Amy. Wrong number. And they were like, oh, really? You're doing this? I was like, yeah, my boyfriend just got me this number. I just got a new phone. Sorry, I don't know who this is. And they were like, okay, fine. I guess I just won't talk to you anymore. And meanwhile, I'm just thinking to myself, I was like, you made me feel so unsafe. I don't want to be friends anymore. I don't want to know you. Oh my god, it was not fun. Towards the end of that relationship, it was not fun.
But then I'll be back at that point where I'm giving up things that I like, things that's a part of my life, for someone else to feel happy. And I feel miserable in the process. I love that. I miss that. Why can't she come along with my journey instead of scrutinizing me? And then that's money gone from me. It's not about the money, but that was money gone from me.
That was his career. Man, what a disaster. What a shame. Imagine your Yu-Gi-Oh passion being so epic it makes your wife cry. My husband has mastered the shadow games. Damn. Fuck.
She was just jealous. She's like, dude,
their job, man.
what if like she secretly loved Yu-Gi-Oh and but she was just mad jealous that he made a career out of it and then she wasn't able to. What if this all came from jealousy? What if she secretly loved Yu-Gi-Oh but this just all came from fucking jealousy? She's like, man, I'm so jealous that he's a Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber.
Cried tears of joy. I imagine that's how it works in most healthy relationships, brother. I feel like it's
they ain't wrong.
Have, like, respect. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of basic.
Imagine being so good at Yu-Gi-Oh that your wife bans you.
Now, another thing
he finally did clear mind.
Watch the whole video is that there is a time.
Bro, dude, I like to imagine he's just sitting there in front of a camera, like filming a YouTube video, and then she just walks in the room, drops evenly matched, and just fucking leaves. The only thing that was left after he banishes all his shit face down was him. Holy shit. It'd be mad funny if she was a closet player. True.
Time where a hobby becomes too consuming, where it starts straining the relationship. Like, maybe he was always fiddling around with those Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you know, by candlelight in like a dark room, and, you know, scratching at his neck for more Yu-Gi-Oh cards and ignoring his wife and letting the relationship start to crumble around him because it's always Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. But I don't think that was the case here. And you'll see why I think that in a moment.
Evenly matched was taking the house, the car, and the kids.
To that point. And it's not all about Yu-Gi-Oh. He does talk about how a big part of his life has always...
All I'm going to say, chat, is if child support didn't exist, she would leave the kids. That's all I'm going to say. If child support didn't exist, she would not be taking the kids. This man couldn't be destroyed or targeted by card effects. True.
Always been music and street performing, and even that wasn't acceptable to her or her parents, really.
I met the parents. They asked me, hey, what do you do for a living? I had to tell them I am a musician. I couldn't tell them I was a street musician. I am a musician. Then they said, hey, you have a degree? I said, I don't have a degree. My ex-wife parents did not speak to me for 2 years and told her not to marry me because I don't have a degree.
That's fucking brutal, and to me, it blows my little noodle because...
Where they have kids? No, they don't have kids. So someone in chat was making a joke about when I reference evenly matched. Because evenly matched, the way it works, Frog, is like you play evenly matched, and then your opponent banishes their entire board face down until you and your opponent control the same amount of cards. And so I was like, all of his hobbies and all of his shit was the cards, and so she made him banish everything face down until only he was left. But nah, that's fucked up. Your funny thing is, the family almost disowned you for not wanting to be a doctor. That's crazy. Here's the thing, man. I feel like in this day and age, like if you have an idea and you're really fucking like good at it, or you're really fucking passionate about it, you can do anything. You don't fucking need a degree. And like, here's the thing. I feel like so many people are in this position and where like they have degrees. Like I have a friend, like, and he went to school for like 4 or 6 years and got like a master's degree in performing arts. And I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna do with a performing arts degree? You went to school for 6 years with a performing arts degree, and like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? Because like, you can't get a job with a performing arts degree, and then even if you want to like do performing arts, aka like acting or whatever, like they're gonna look at your resume and be like, oh, so like instead of like acting for 6 years, you just went to school for 6 years. Like the only way that becomes worth it is if you go to like one of those like fine arts colleges and where like they have sort of like a streamlined thing where they can get your foot in the door, type deal. But if they don't have like a program like that where like where they can like, you know, set you up with like maybe some work after graduation, then there's literally no fucking reason to do it. You don't have to do your degree? Damn. It's not his fault. She couldn't stop she couldn't top a regional. Exactly. Here's the thing. Everybody that I've talked to is like, don't, if you want to go to school, don't go to college, go to a trade school, because the trades are always in work or always in need of work. You know, go to a trade school, like learn how to weld or some shit like that. Cause like that job will like always be in demand, and they always need people to do shit like that. Even then, colleges aren't guaranteed unless you have connections. Exactly.
This guy was doing so fine on his own. He was paying all of his bills. He was living just fine with the money he was making through Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube content and street performing music. And he'll talk about it in a moment, he was making enough money where he could provide for both himself and his wife through those passions. Yet they wanted him to just burn it all to the ground, fucking salt the earth, so he could restart with what they think is acceptable, which was going back to school to get a degree and getting a 9-to-5 job. Both things that he did do. Well, he got the 9-to-5 job and attempted school, but school wasn't working out super well for him. But he did everything for that relationship to try and make her happy and be like an acceptable
And people would need
partner
environmental
in his
sciences.
ex-wife's
Sure.
parents' eyes.
Definitely.
So I give up this YouTube thing. I give up my entrepreneurial thing. I try to do something that's not innately a part of my strengths at all, because I'm thinking I'm in love to do something for somebody to prove
Having fun working? Yeah, let's change that, ass wife.
something. So when we got married and we moved out the
Okay, here's my thing. What if he just scaled it back? What if instead like, say he posts like 3 videos a week, what if he posted like 1 video a week and he just scaled all the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and the YouTube stuff back? He did the 9-to-5, he did the school, and then you just let this be like, instead of like a job, just let Yu-Gi-Oh be like a passion. You know what I mean? And we're like, it's not like his job, so he can't focus all of his time on it or whatever. But like, you let him have like 1 fucking video a week where he's like, hey, there's this new Yu-Gi-Oh card coming out, Mystic Mine, looks kind of bad. I'm sure that won't, you know, be meta defining or anything like that.
Baltimore to someone else that I didn't want to be. She said, hey, how come you're not paying the bills? And I was like, what? I have a job. I have a 9-to-5 job. I don't make enough from this 9-to-5 job to pay all these bills. Before then, I could street performing in YouTube. I made enough money off of that to pay the bills. Now I'm working 9-to-5 all day long, and that's not a complaint, because there are people who do that. But I had something that most people wish they had.
He's right. He had the dream job. He literally had the wet dream most people wish they had, which is their hobby.
Dude, I was gonna say this before. Before, but I just didn't say it for whatever reason. I was like, watch him like not be able to pay all the bills with the 9-to-5 job, because like, here's the thing, man. Like YouTube, like if you're successful at it, like it pays well, and I'm sure that it's probably gonna pay more than a 9-to-5 job. But I fucking knew that the second he switched to his 9-to-5 job, aka like a part-time job or whatever, like it wasn't gonna be enough to pay all the bills. And if it is, like, then he was gonna have to start skimping on, like, say like leisure, luxury, or like food. And like, dude, now that she has to start paying for some shit, like, I'm sure that pissed her off. She's like, what's even more fucked up is, like, I feel like he was doing everything. What does the wife do? I don't know. Maybe she had a job, but like that was her money. Maybe she was one of those people where it's like her money is her money, but he's the man, so he's got to provide, you know, like take care of the bills and all that stuff. Maybe she's one of those people.
Their passion being able to sustain them. so they don't have to do something that makes them miserable just to survive.
You're lucky that with your career path, in you get to work in a field while earning the degree. That's always nice. Probably. And how much do you want to bet she was blaming him for paying not paying everything, even though he was before? You hate those kinds of people? Yeah. She has a college degree in nagging. Yo, she's got a fucking doctorate in nagging. She fucking wrote the book on bitchology.
Survive.
She taught the class.
And he says like he gave all of that up for her and this relationship and that new shiny 9-to-5 that he got, all to please his wife because she believed that that was the
Low key. I'm gonna Leo lore dump for a minute. That one girl that I talked about where like we had a toxic relationship or whatever. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Like here's the story behind that. I started dating her because like we went to high school together and she was like a grade above me, but like our ages were like kind of close together. And then we reconnected like later in life. And then we started dating or whatever. Like a couple years after like I had graduated, like she had gone to college or whatever and she got a job and like I was going to college and had a job. And like I was kind of at a point in my life where like I kind of just gave up. And where I just decided to like settle, and where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this job, I'm gonna settle for this job. I'm gonna take this relationship, I'm gonna settle for this relationship, and then it got to the point where like I was kind of like this guy, and where like I kind of just like gave up a lot of shit just to kind of like, you know, be normal, I guess. And it wasn't fun. Eventually, like trying to like fit in or be normal, it takes a fucking toll on you. And it's just not worth it anymore. I don't know, man, because it was one of those things where it's like I had friends and family telling me it's like, oh, like when are you getting married? Like what you like are you dating anybody? Like what about your career? All these things, and I just felt like pressured at the time to just be like, okay, cool, get a job. Get a relationship. Relationship's kind of shitty. Girlfriend's kind of pushy. She forces me to do things that I don't feel comfortable doing. But I'm just like, well, this is what you do. This is compromising. Yep. And I just got to the point where like, I kind of just like stopped giving a shit about myself. And I'm just like, yep. I kind of just gotta, you know, keep chugging along. This is life. This is life. This is what guys do. They have jobs they don't like. They're in relationships that they're not super keen on. But this is what you do. This is what you do. This is you gotta be a part of the system. You gotta be the cog or whatever. And then eventually I just reached like a breaking point after like a year or so, or I forget how long we dated. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm not happy. I don't like this relationship. I don't like this job. And I just kind of like decided to stop, you know, forcing myself into a position where I had to settle. But I don't know. A little bit of Leo lore.
The only real way to grow up and, you know, move on from Yu-Gi-Oh! And street performing music, well, that 9-to-5 couldn't pay the bills for both of them. And that's the unfortunate reality of where America is.
This is why men have so many mental health issues. You know what? You know what I say to men's mental health issues? I'm playing the world's smallest violin. Imagine I'm Twitter right now. Men's Mental Health Month. Here you go. The world's smallest violin. This is all of Twitter. This is all of Twitter. The whole got to be a man attitude. Well, it wasn't just so much that. It wasn't like, oh, you got to be a man. It was more so just like, oh, this is what you do. You work a job you don't like. You're in a relationship where you're not happy. Like these are just things you do because like you got to be married. You got to have kids. You got to have a job. You know, you got to do all these things. You know, whatever. And I was just in a position where I was like, okay, cool. I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to do. How about making you happy?
Normal salary you make at like a 9-to-5, you can't fucking live off of that in like a 2-person household. That just it's
no.
impossible. Things are way too expensive, especially in certain locations. It's just not happening. It's an absolute shame. It's a fucking crime. I'm not gonna just rant about that. I've done that plenty on stream. He had a job that could do that. Like he.
Want to have a Lethal Company night or Gartic? I thought about that because we do have a game like like a stream game night coming up, and I was thinking of doing Mario Party, not Mario Party, Mario Kart. But if you guys want to do Lethal or Gartic, that I'd be down for that too.
He had a job people kill over, and she just didn't like it, found it cringe, I guess, wasn't proud of his hobby and that job that was making him money. So forced is the wrong word, because
Dale and Dawson could be
mentioned as
fun.
well, he made the choice. He ultimately chose to get rid of all of that
Maybe.
for her.
I feel
but
like Dale and
she
Dawson,
was pushing
you need the chaos of like multiple people, and I feel like we wouldn't have enough people for Dale and Dawson.
him to do it, and now he's miserable with this 9 to 5.
Chat works for Leo,
and
damn right.
She's not happy because that 9 to 5 isn't able to pay all of the bills.
She says, hey, you need to find a hobby. I'm like, oh, let me play Yu-Gi-Oh again. So, last December, last year, I start my channel up again. I buy my channel back from Java. Like, oh, she gave me the okay to go into a hobby. You know what she said? You're spending too much time playing those cards. She says, why are you into those cards so much? I said, hey, I need to make a video about something.
After selling everything and starting over, he does eventually get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! To a certain extent, where he picks up the hobby again, but his wife still just hates that the hobby he picked up was Yu-Gi-Oh! And YouTube. So he goes on to say how she just really didn't like it. That's when he gets into saying how she would like actually cry over Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's where I was saying, like, if it was completely
Let's shoot
consuming
for
his whole
Sunday.
life, where
Let's
he
shoot
was
for Sunday.
ignoring her and everything in the relationship was starting to just dwindle because he was too preoccupied with Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd understand it. But from what I'm seeing and like going back to his channel, it doesn't seem like that was really the case. He was talking about how since he'd been away from the game for an extended period of time, he needed to relearn it. He needed to catch up on all the new things with Yu-Gi-Oh! So he could make content around it. So he'd be able to be knowledgeable on it, which is perfectly understandable, I'd say. And it doesn't seem like he took it to an excessive degree. It's his passion, it's his hobby, it's what he wanted to do, and it's what he was doing, so he wanted to get back to it. He recognized just how much of a gift being able to do that and make money off of it was, and he wanted that back. So he was getting back into the hobby. She still really hated it. One thing led to another, and now they're no longer together. And it seems like the big reason is because of Yu-Gi-Oh! The deeper issue is that she had absolutely no respect for his passion, and she wasn't supportive, and seemed like...
Here's what I don't know. What the fuck was she into? Besides nagging, what the fuck was her hobby? Like, she didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, she didn't like, you know, him being a street performer or like playing music. Like, it doesn't sound like she fucking likes anything. What the fuck is her hobby? Like, what was she into? Because I bet she's just as fucking boring as he thought he was. Bitching is not a hobby, it's a lifestyle? Damn, that's crazy. Not liking things is her hobby? True.
like was embarrassed of him.
Besides nagging, she loved bitchology, and it was her favorite club in high school? True.
So it's two people that should have never been together in the first place. He gave up everything he loved to try and make her happy, but she was never really happy with the man that he actually is. So it's just very incompatible, and they tried to make it work, and it didn't work. And both people, I think, were not happy as a result of the relationship. Hopefully going forward, they both find better partners.
You're gonna feed the
Hopefully
Quittens?
this guy's starting over
Feed the
on
Quittens.
his YouTube channel. Luckily, he was able to buy it back. Hopefully, he is able to find that success that he once had. And yeah, just kind of wanted to talk about it because I just found it to be one of the more honest videos I've seen on the platform about a subject like this. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.
Also, chat, here's just a tip. Never sell your YouTube channel, because like, I mean, if you don't give a shit about it anymore, like, that's one thing. But like, if you ever think that you might want to get it back, like, never sell it. Because like, the first person that I know of in YouTube history to sell their YouTube channel was Fred. Like, hey, it's Fred. Like that motherfucker. Lucas Clay or Lucas Dawson, whatever his name was. What is this? Yeah. Because like, here's the thing, like, buying a YouTube channel with like, say, let's just say 1 million subscribers, like, say that they make Yu-Gi-Oh content, topical, buying a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers and then turning it into goddamn like that like focuses predominantly on Yu-Gi-Oh, and then turning it into like, say, like a fucking serial channel or some shit, like you won't see the same success just because that channel has 1 million subscribers and gets like, say, 300,000 views a video, doesn't mean you're gonna be able to repeat that success by turning all the content from Yu-Gi-Oh into fucking serial. Because that's what happened with the Fred channel, like, where it was like some fucking insurance company that bought the Fred channel, and then the views fucking tanked. Nobody watched it, and they were like, "Why are we have like 3 million subscribers? Like, why are we not getting any views or whatever?" And then they're like, and then they brought some analysts in. It was like, because people are subscribed to Fred, not to David Analytics or whatever the fuck it was. And so they deleted all their videos and then unprivated the Fred videos, and it's just like basically a Fred archive channel, and they just like made money off of I guess the revenue that Fred was generating. Dude, we were in that video way longer than I thought we would be. They buy his money with more money. Dude, one thing I want to know is, like, remember when Fred, it was towards the end of his career, Fred made the music video My Babysitter's a Vampire, and I shit you not, like two or 3 months later, Disney Channel made a fucking TV show called My Babysitter's a Vampire. I swear to God, dude. Like, you cannot tell me they didn't fucking rip him off. Like, show me it where they cut a check to Fred and didn't just steal his idea. Show me where it said that Fred was like a co-producer on that show. I'll wait. I'll wait. Actually, let's look this up. My... Fred? Oh, what about Lucas? Dude, it's fucking crazy. It's not Fred and or Lucas. It's not mentioned once in the Babysitter's Vampire wiki. So that just goes to tell you that he made a fucking hit song, and then they just fucking stole it. Do you guys remember this though? Do you guys remember the Fred My Babysitter's Vampire song? Do you guys remember that? Or no? This motherfucker's very brave, taking the Max C challenge. Honestly, I probably should have saved Jerusalem for whenever he had the other card. It doesn't matter though. At least we got life lessons from Leo Argento. Her hobby hating it all makes sense. Tune in for the next class session where he talks about how to fix Yu-Gi-Oh. Dude, like that would be a whole fucking dissertation. Like, I think we need more than one stream to explain how to fix Yu-Gi-Oh. Wait, My Babysitter's Vampire was a TV series? You know, without a movie? Well, it was. Here's what it was. It was a straight to TV movie that became a TV show based off of that movie. So it's like one of those things where like the movie is the pilot, and then a show comes up afterwards. You feel me? Add more creepos into Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, true. I'm gonna ash that. More Kriebos, less Tenpai. I think we can all get behind that. I don't need Primera. Super Poly. Yeah, and I can't react to this because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a balanced card game. Look at the bright side, he couldn't start a chain off of that, so we're golden. We're good. Let's send this. Summon out Gargoyle. They can activate you. Special summon you out. Does he have Nibiru? He might have Nibiru, but I'm just gonna rock it. In the words of Minecraft Steve, I'm gonna rock out with my block out, just like Minecraft Steve. I'm preferential to the dirt block myself. Select a card to add from my deck to my hand. Oh. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. If he wants to shuffle those back from me, I don't care. If he wants to shovel those back for me, that's fine by me. Well, since I don't have the trap anymore, I'm just gonna summon this out. And then I'll synchro into Chaos Angel. And then you get the mill 3. And off of this, you get the mill 3. Or you get to add a card to your hand. Never mind. Battle phase. He gets to draw another card after this. Usually you don't play super competitive decks, but recently you built Pure Melodious. And now you finally understand how it feels to have multiple good starters and room for non-engine. True. All right, Maxi. Do you know Transverser? Yeah, I know about Geno Transverser. Good old Geo. Cards fucked me over more times than I can count. Take control of one card that I control till the end phase. Yeah, Chaos Angel. Dude, watch him tribute it off. Yeah, so it has arrows like this, like say Chaos Angel and right here, and it swaps them. So here's Geno Transverser, these are its arrows, and it swaps Chaos Angel with this. Don't you fucking laugh, Light, you fucking bastard. You fucking disrespectful gambling ass. Okay, so you're sending that. Why, though? I feel like he could have possibly gotten lethal. Had he not done that. How? What? It's a level 10. What? I did not know it had that effect. That's so fucking bullshit. Oh my god. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. I did not know that Zombie Vampire had that effect. Okay, I got a pretty good hand. I got a pretty good hand. Okay. Grab Phalanx. Activate Gargoyle. Send the Fieldsville. I think I'm supposed to summon you out. This doesn't really matter. Alright, activate Pink. Summon out Pink. Leon, facing your favorite deck archetype, Gimmick Puppets. Oh yeah, I love Gimmick Puppets. I'm well known for my Gimmick Puppet plays. Everybody knows me. Gimmick Puppets for life. Dog. You're gonna lurk? Okay, light. Into the lurk. It's great with Nibiru? Yeah. It is pretty good with Nibiru. Yeah. His face down must have been something pretty good. Game Puppets are fun to play, but if you're getting FTK'd and you have no hand traps in hand, you're not gonna have a good day. Yeah. I feel like you can say that about anything, though. It's like, sure, Dragon Maids are fun to play, but if you get an FTK'd and you have no hand traps in hand, but you're not gonna have a fun time. Oh yeah, chat. I guess while I got you guys on the horn, tomorrow we're doing a collab stream with Katzen and everybody. So we're gonna start earlier at, I believe, 8 a.m. CST. So that would be 9 a.m. EST, and I don't know what that would be in like Mountain Time or whatever. But I don't know how long the stream will be tomorrow because it's my brother's birthday, and I don't know if we're doing anything for his birthday. But I kind of just want to be there to, you know, like hang out if he wants to do something. My dumbass can't do math. Playing it in defense mode is safer. It's the day that you learned the VCOS Synchro can use 2 tuners. Yep. Sure can. Baron's banned, sadly. Yeah. The only level 10s you own are the VCOS, and 1 Dispater. Well, they gave it for no reason. No, I mean, they had a reason. The second I put Baron down, they couldn't really do much. I need to negate that. If he gets Dragoon out, then I'm kind of fucked. Your dyslexia is on fire after that exam? Damn right. I mean, if he makes Dragoon, he makes Dragoon. He makes Dragoon. I guess I'll banish this Dark Magician. That's all I can really do. Magicianized Fusion. Damn, this motherfucker's gonna end on 4. Is he making a second Dragoon? Okay, it's yours. It's yours. Okay. Motherfucker had the God Hand. Motherfucker had the God Hand. Alright, it's his. He's got it. I can't get over 2 fucking Dragoons. Okay, so this might be a 10-5 player. People need to stop Dragooning. Listen, it's a new card. I get it. People want to play Dragoon. 2 Dragoons, 2 Cosmic Blazer. True. Trade offer. You get 2 Dragoons, but I get 2 Cosmic Blazers. You know where to summon 3 Dragoons? I know where to summon 4. Three Waking the Dragon. True. Waking the Dragon is actually kind of a sick tech. Am I playing Hat and Rabbit in this deck? No. I am not. Lost all our emotes? Who lost all our emotes? Everyone, I guess? Damn right. Ghost Ogre, that's fine. She's debuting her new Persona Saturday. Nice. I feel like I kind of went. I feel like I went kind of crazy. I feel like I went kind of crazy here. I'm not gonna lie. Dealing with a Yu-Gi-Oh player using Dark Magicians who isn't reading much. Yeah. And I can grab Rumble, but I can't really do anything with Rumble this turn, so I'm just gonna do this and pass. I feel like I just win. Facing your first Whitewoods. Interesting. So far seems pure. Probably is. Well, pure. I mean, it's probably got Toy Box in there. Add a Fire Dragon from your deck to your hand. What can you possibly do here? Never mind his Whitewood Sword Soul. That makes sense. I've seen that before. When you see a Tempai player in Duelist Cup, it makes you want to pull out the Gimmick Puppet deck and OTK them. Fight evil with evil. True. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, chat. I don't think. What does the rabbit even do? And also, do I own the rabbit? I have one. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by battle. If you can only use each of this effect once per turn. If this card is linked summon, you can set one continuous trap from the deck with an effect that special summons itself as a monster. Okay. Also, this card cannot be used as a link material this turn. If this card is in the spell trap zone, if this card in the spell trap zone is special summoned to the monster zone, except during the damage step, you can target one spell trap your opponent controls and destroy it. Yeah, I don't think I have a use for this. Its illusion makes it even better. Is there like a spell or trap? Oh yeah. Yep, these. Oh, I have one of these? Nice. She got the crazy eye, chat. She got the crazy eye. Look at her. She's here to kill. Not trying to backseat, but with that last hand you had, you could have easily ended on this end board. Hat, Rabbit, IP Masquerena into SP. Opponent's turn, Cosmic Blazer. Lagiana, Oxia, back row, Primera, Trudea, set Woes of the White Forest, set Ezrin. Starting to put commas. I mean, I don't have the Rabbit in the deck, so I could not have done that. There's no Rabbit in this deck, so I couldn't have done that. Unless you're saying, if I had Rabbit, I could have made that board, then, like, that's a different story. I don't know. I feel like the board that I had was stronger than what you just described. I feel like the board that I ended on was stronger than what you just said. Because I ended on 2 Cosmics and a Baronne de Fleur, right? I mean, having IP Masquerena is nice, but, like, isn't having, like, 3 Omni Negates better? They need to add, like, a little bar down here where you can just, like, fast forward to a place you want to go. And then the ogre popped that. Then I recycle these 2. Alright, so this and this is Vistas. This gets me an Omni Negate. Summon out this. It's my replay. Because Nude was saying, like, if I had White Rabbit, I could have, like, ended on a board of... I said I could have ended on the board of White Rabbit and IP Masquerena, and then on my opponent's turn, turned White Rabbit and SP, or IP into SP, and I assume he just meant banish whatever monster he summoned with SP effect, and then got into a Cosmic, but, like, I feel like the board that I ended on was better. Yeah, I got Cosmic there. I got this. Plus, like, yeah, because I got 3 negates off of this, because I have the counter trap, I have this, and then I'm about to make another thing. You say it was the same power? Let me reread what they said. I'm trying to the back seat, but in the last hand you had, you could have easily ended on the end board of Hat, IP, Masquerena, into SP on opponent's turn. Cosmic Blazer, leg, slash, like blue slash pink, back row Primera, Trudea, set Woes of the White Forest, set, Azaroon. Alright, it's 2 more pops, but like, I mean, but like, I traded 2 pops for 1 extra Omni Negate. I feel like having 3 Omni Negates is better than having 2 pops. I mean, I could be wrong though. I don't know. Maybe I'll experiment with White Rabbit. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it here. Alright. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye. Duelist Cup is cringe. Bye-bye. You like the back row pop? It's not 100% better or worse.